Every year, something extraordinary happens in some historical narrow lanes in North Kolkata. A man sits on the floor, in front of him a skeleton of bamboo and straw. He picks up a handful of dark, sticky mud, and slowly and carefully a goddess begins to take shape. This is Kumartuli, Kolkata's historical Kumartuli, months ahead of Durga Puja. And this mud, this clay is everything for the festival. But right now, the clay has stopped coming. And if nothing changes, this Durga Puja could look very different. Maybe no clay idols at all. Let's understand what is happening and why it matters. Durga Puja is West Bengal's biggest festival. The 2026 carnival is less than 5 months away. But the preparation time is already underway. The idol makers of Kumartuli begin their work months ahead. That's the only way the idols can be made ready in time for October, when generally this festival takes place. Orders come in from across India and even from abroad. Every shipment has a deadline. So if the clay doesn't arrive now, the whole chain falls apart. The clay at the center of this crisis is called entel maati, or sticky black clay. It comes from riverbanks, areas like Diamond Harbour, Jibontola, Raichok in South 24 Parganas of the state. It is mixed with Ganga Maati, the sacred silt of the Hooghly River. Together, they form the base of every Durga idol. No other material really works the same way for this puja. This is not a preference. This is the craft knowledge which has been passed down over centuries and generations. So why has the clay stopped this year? Here's the story. In April 2026, West Bengal held its state elections. The BJP won a massive mandate. Suvendu Adhikari became the chief minister. One of the new government's first tasks was to clean up the dubious activities of the past. The previous TMC government of Mamata Banerjee had been widely accused of allowing illegal sand and soil mining. River banks were being exploited, ecosystems were being damaged, syndicate networks controlled who could extract what and from where. The new government decided enough is enough. Officials were directed to crack down immediately. Clay supply from riverbanks was restricted as a result. Only licensed operators were allowed to continue. The intention was perhaps right, but the consequence was not anticipated. Several clay suppliers in Bengal don't have licenses. They actually never had to go for one. For generations, they simply went to the river and brought back the clay for the puja. But now they cannot do that. Prashanto Pal, who runs Shilpo Kendro, one of Kumartuli's most respected idol making workshops, put it plainly. He said the Nauka Mati, which is actually the clay brought by the boats, has already stopped arriving. Now even the lorries carrying clay are not coming. It is not just about delivering the idols on time, he told the federal. It is about the artisans' livelihoods. It is difficult to pay them if there is less or no work at all. We also need to dry up the idol during the monsoons so that they become ready by the time the puja arrives. The economy is also getting tough. Clay prices have risen sharply in recent times, which has actually increased the total cost of production for the idols. For workshops already running on tight budgets, this is really a breaking point. Who is really affected here thus? Not just the sculptors. Think about the full picture. Bamboo workers, straw suppliers, painters, laborers, the transport workers, the packers, the small traders. Thousands of families were associated with these people, whose income depends entirely on one festival every year. For many, Durga Puja is not just a celebration. It is the money that pays rent, that feeds the children, that keeps the workshop alive. Two idol makers associations have already written to Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari about this. The Kumartuli Mrit Shilpi Sanskrit Samiti and the Canal East Road Mrit Shilpi Samiti both carry the same message. Act now before it is too late. Even BJP MLA Swapan Dasgupta, who recently won from Kolkata's Rajbihari constituency, he stepped in. A delegation from Kumartuli met him, led by Sanatan Rudra Pal, a Padma Award winning sculptor. Dasgupta then personally urged the Chief Minister to resolve the matter urgently. Now here is where it gets very serious. If no solution is found, the idol makers may have to switch from clay to fiber, from clay to glass. It would work technically, but it would not be the same. Clay idols are not just objects. They are alive in a way that fiberglass is not. They carry the earth of Bengal in them. They are made by hand, shaped by a touch, and formed from the same river that runs through the land. Replacing them with fiber would take the soul out of Durga Puja. This is the BJP government's first real test, not of politics but of people. Can it clean up the past without damaging the present? Can it stop illegal mining and still protect the craftsmen who depend on the rivers? These are not impossible things, but they require attention and they require a speed. Because Durga Puja is, as we said, less than 5 months away. Durga Puja is the heartbeat of Bengal. It is not just a religion. It is not just about the culture. It is identity. It is economy. It is also an emotion. And at the center of all that, it is a goddess made of clay. The goddess is waiting. The countdown has begun. The clay needs to flow.